Fat turns into emotion, but the body is built through rhythm. We say we failed our diet. But the truth is our body never fails. It only adapts. SealBody Lab says, a diet is not a fight with weight. It's the design of rhythm. Now, let's listen to the real signals your body is sending. Q1 My weight stopped dropping. Is this a plateau? You kept your meals clean, worked out consistently, but the scale stopped moving. Most people think, is this a plateau? But no, your body hasn't stopped. It's adapting. Metabolism Journal 2021 reports. When body weight drops to a certain point, basal metabolic rate decreases by about 10 to 15%. That means the calories that once helped you lose weight now only maintain it or even add to it. Same food, less burn. A plateau isn't a breakdown. It's a system update. Q2 How can I break a plateau? To break a plateau, don't go harder, go smarter. First, reset your rhythm. Shift your meals, sleep, and workout times 1 hour earlier. That simple change can reignite your metabolic clock. Second, refeed. If you've been losing for 6 weeks and your weight has stalled for 2 or 3, add a day or 2 of carb-focused meals. Your body will say, food is coming. That signal alone can turn off energy-saving mode and restart metabolism. But remember, refeed is not every week. It's a metabolic signal, used only when needed. To break a plateau, you don't need force, you need a signal. Q3 Does fasting really work? When should I stop? Short-term fasting works. When you're fasted, insulin drops, and your body burns fat more efficiently. But Journal of Nutrition Science 2022 found that long fasting reduces leptin and thyroid T3 levels, which slows your metabolism. Your body goes into power-saving mode. Same food, less burn. Fasting isn't an engine, it's a switch. Good for resetting, but not for running forever. Fasting is a spark switch, not the engine itself. A day or 2 of short fasting can help reset your system. But beyond 4 days, hormones drop and muscle loss rises. Fasting isn't about endurance, it's about restoring rhythm. The goal of fasting is not emptiness, but recovery of rhythm. Q4 Does working out fasted burn more fat? Technically, yes, you burn a higher percentage of fat while fasted, but total calories burned are almost the same. So you're not burning more fat, just burning fat in a different ratio. In a fasted state, low carbs can lead to muscle protein breakdown. That's why even in fasted workouts, protein support is essential. Sometimes what burns first isn't fat, it's muscle. The key to fasted training is intensity. Keep it moderate where you can talk, but not sing. The secret to fasted training isn't intensity, it's rhythm. Q5 Before a fasted workout, should I take protein or carbs? It depends on your goal. If you're focused on fat loss, go with protein. It prevents muscle loss and keeps fat burning steady. If your goal is muscle growth or maintenance, combine protein and carbs. Carbs stimulate insulin, which helps protein synthesis and recovery. Protein is the material, carbs are the fuel. Together, they create real change. Q6 When should I take protein before a workout? Protein timing matters less than total intake. But for best absorption, take it about 30 to 60 minutes before training. Whey protein acts within 30 minutes, while food protein takes 1 to 2 hours. Metabolism Review 2023 reports, timing is a minor factor in muscle growth. Total daily protein is what counts. Timing is optional. Total intake is the system. Q7 Do I need to eat protein within 30 minutes after exercise? That used to be the rule, but science has evolved. Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition 2020 shows muscle protein synthesis stays elevated for 2 to 3 hours after training. So 30 minutes isn't a deadline. It's a starting signal. If you miss that window, you're still fine. What matters is your protein rhythm through the day. Protein works by rhythm, not by the clock. Q8 How long should I work out for results? Length doesn't define results, rhythm does. According to the World Health Organization, 150 minutes of moderate cardio per week, plus 2 strength sessions, is ideal. That's just 20 to 30 minutes a day. Consistency beats marathons. It's not how long you train, but how consistently you move. Q9 Should I add more sets or more weight? The answer changed just enough to stay curious. Muscles respond to new stimuli, not just heavier ones. Strength and Conditioning Journal 2021 says, variety in training stimuli has greater impact on growth than load alone. So lift 10% heavier, slow down the movement, or cut your rest in half. Muscles react to change, not just to weight. Q10 Do I really need supplements? Supplements aren't essentials, they're tools. If your meals cover enough protein, you don't need them. But if your schedule is busy or meals irregular, They're a quick, efficient backup. Clinical Nutrition Review 2022 notes. Supplements support, they don't replace nutrition. A supplement isn't a shortcut. It's a training wheel. Q11 Why does yo-yo weight gain happen? Yo-yo isn't laziness, it's defense. Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism 2022 found that after rapid weight loss, basal metabolic rate drops 15 to 25%. And leptin and T3 levels fall too. Your body says, this is a survival crisis. Save energy. So the same meal now stores more fat. Your body didn't fail, it slowed down to survive. Yo-yo isn't failure. It's your body's survival signal. Q12 Which burns first, muscle or fat? Both burn, but how depends on what you do. Journal of Applied Physiology 2022 showed that those who combined protein and strength training lost twice as much fat and 3 times less muscle. When you starve, you lose muscle. When you eat and train, you keep it. In a cutting phase, holding on is the real growth. Q13 Is body fat percentage more important than body weight? Yes, even at the same weight. A body with more muscle burns 15 to 20% more calories. That's why the mirror often tells the truth. Better than the scale. The scale shows numbers, but the mirror shows rhythm. Q14 Do I need strong willpower to succeed? Not really. According to the Behavioral Nutrition Journal 2023, people who designed routines and environments were 3 times more likely to stay consistent for 8 weeks or more. Consistency doesn't come from willpower. It comes from rhythm and structure. Dieting isn't about willpower. It's about system design. Q15 Will I lose weight if I just stop eating late at night? Partly true, but not the full story. American Journal of Clinical Nutrition 2023 found that late night eating suppresses leptin, reduces insulin sensitivity, and increases fat storage. Same food, but more fat gain at night. Late night snacks taste good, but to your body, they're overtime work. Q16 Why is belly fat so hard to lose? Because it's about hormones and survival. Obesity Research Journal 2023 found that abdominal fat is strongly influenced by cortisol, the stress hormone. The more stress you carry, the more your body stores fat around the belly as emergency fuel. That's why fat usually disappears top down. Face, arms, legs, and the belly, last. Belly fat is survival fat. Belly fat burns not by exercise, but by rhythm. So the first step isn't workouts. It's restoring sleep and reducing stress. Your body stores stress as fat. Real ab training starts with good sleep. Q17 Does metabolism slow down if I stop exercising? Yes, but only temporarily. When you stop, muscle mass drops, and metabolism slows. But Muscle Memory Study 2022 shows that after resuming training, your body regains 80 to 90% of its previous strength within just 2 or 3 weeks. Your body doesn't break, it just goes into standby mode. The body doesn't fail, it simply rests. Conclusion The rhythm formula of SealBody Lab. Dieting isn't a war against weight. It's the design of rhythm. Rest is reset. Protein is fuel. Stress is the break. Change isn't about intensity. It's about consistency. The body never fails. It only loses rhythm. SealBody Lab reminds you. Your body already knows the answer. Now, redesign your rhythm. Subscribe, stay consistent, and keep building your rhythm.